behalf of the organization, we would like to extend our appreciation to this evening's panelists and our sponsors. AARP, the Global Center for Health Innovation, ADP, Ease at Work, Oswald, and Plant Moran. Your support allows us to provide resources and information to our partners and the greater community.
It's the basis of our conversation this evening. Understanding caregivers and the impact of their role on both their personal lives and their work lives.
It's the problem. America is aging, but she is not preparing for aging, disability, or the hereafter. She just continues to have birthdays. And while we appreciate that at AARP, we also recognize that if we don't do something about planning for aging, planning for disability in particular, and planning for the hereafter, life is going to happen to you.
And for those of us who kind of work in this field, we think, well, yeah, we know people or we know everything, and then when you find yourself in the middle of it, you realize, I didn't know as much as I thought I knew. And those programs that I thought would be there aren't necessarily there. I think the other piece for me, Community Solutions were a policy organization, and I think what has really sort of brought it home for me is some of the work we've been looking at doing over the last year.
Provide care for their family member. That's what they're going to do, whether you like it or not. They're going to take care of their family member. And it also affects, of course, their siblings. Often there are siblings in the mix, and they have to be removed from their offices to support and help out. And then on top of that, it's the people around them, because their peers, their coworkers, are picking up the slack to some extent to try and help fill that gap. So it's an impact, individually, it's an impact to the organization corporately, cost-wise, but it's the right thing to do, is to allow an individual to do what they must to try and take care of their family member, to show it.
I don't see how this is a problem that employers as a group can deal with. This is, particularly the burdens of long-term care are not situations that employers, as individual employers separate from each other, are expected to deal with much of anywhere. This is something that if it is dealt with, and it's dealt with to varying degrees, is going to be dealt with by more universal public policies.
But quite frankly, we're more than that. We provide resources to employers. We do a lot of lunch and learns in our community where we will actually go on site to an employer's facility and invite their team in for a session where we talk about caregiving and aging. And many times, again, times are changing. A lot of times we're talking to that 70-year-old who's still working. And in those conversations, we want to talk not just about, the effects of aging and the ability to stay in your home, but we want to talk about wellness.
Thank you. That's been such great support. And of course, all of the executive leadership team of the VNA and the VNA staff that put this together. So to end the night, we would like to recognize 4 partners that have supported the organization and our mission for providing the highest quality home care services to our community.